Danny Rand. I've been away a long time.
Let's go, you don't belong here.
The seemingly most traditional in many ways of all the Marvel series to air on Netflix so far, the March 17th launching martial arts-filled Iron Fist may also be the most accessible in some ways for non-fans of the character and the superhero genre in general. However, on this International Women's Day, the Finn Jones-led series is also pretty timely, as it stars Jessica Henwick and Rosario Dawson, who truly kick ass here. In fact, if it were a day without women, as it is in some protesting parts of America today, or specifically without these women and the dynamic that lies at the heart of the Scott Buck show-run 13-episode first season, Iron Fist would not pack much of a punch at all. In particular, like Elodie Yung was as Elektra in the second season of Daredevil, Henwick is simply fantastic. And the gravitational center of the show is the dojo-running and all NYC attitude street-fighting, cage match-winning Colleen Wing, a character long established in Marvel lore and brought to new life in a complex but breakout performance here by the Game of Thrones vet.
Danny Rand, back from the dead. Why's he waited this long to show up? How the hell did he learn martial arts?
Where'd you train?
Kunlun.
Not to say that that other Game of Thrones alum, Jones, isn't fine as the once thought for dead in the Himalayas Danny Rand, now back in the superhero-populated NYC of the Marvel Universe and looking to help run his dead father's giant chemical and drug company and eventually bring to use the extensive training as a warrior that he seemingly received in Asia. Jones, who is given a signature chest tattoo, is solid in the role from the episodes I've seen. And yes, like every other Marvel series so far on the streaming service, there is a big hallway fight scene, with an elevator added this time around too that is very Winter Soldier, and the mysterious and powerful group known as the Hand, who were in the second season of Daredevil, show up as well. However, more in line with, say, a Big Four show than what we've come to expect online, Iron Fist, the character here, well, he lacks the swagger, originality, and despite some thrusts at the corporate world, relevance of predecessors Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, both of whom, along with the Man Without Fear himself and Elektra, Jones's character teams up with in the upcoming and currently filming Defenders, as does Henwick's Wing. In that sense, I guess, you could sum up the series based on the first introduced in the comics in the early 70s character with the line from the series of Monastery Boy and an Aston Martin, which is used to describe the very rich and seemingly spiritual Rand, mixed with the excellent Dawson's line as ex-nurse Claire Temple of the more you talk, the weirder this gets. Now, without giving anything away, there is a lot of talk in Iron Fist, and sometimes too much of what would be weird in the sometimes too slow-paced show, which follows the slow burn strategy of most Marvel shows, but loses its footing on occasion. At this point, though, reviewing any Marvel show on Netflix has to also be a review of Dawson, who has appeared as Temple in Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and now Iron Fist, and once again is easily one of the best parts of this series, as she was in all the others. And to that, by far the best part of Iron Fist is when the top 5 actor is on screen with Henwick's Wing. So, long story short, check out Iron Fist, which I think has set itself up well for not only the Defenders, but probably a season 2. But really keep your eyes on Henwick and Dawson, because that's where this show's real power, super or otherwise, is to be found any day of the year.